Well, there's our fish pond here. And Apple probably would love to go running in there. Actually, it's that time of year where I have to winterize the fish pond. So I'm taking down the fencing sections so the dogs may just decide to jump in for a swim. I don't know. Now, winterizing it is really not all that big of a job. All I really have to do is take out the skim filter, the UV filter, and the pump. You're very curious, aren't you? And clean things up a little bit. Put in a heating de-icer that keeps one small area so that the liquid is exposed to the air, which helps in the carbon dioxide oxygen exchange and helps the fish winter. They do pretty well over the winter. We don't lose them. We did lose one fish. I'll show you them in a second here. We had 4 fish at the beginning of the season. One day we came out and found one of them, unfortunately, belly up. He died under mysterious circumstances. We think it was murder. But in any case, I'll show you around the pond here. Sherlock. Hey, Sherlock. What are you sniffing? Huh? Well, you can see that there are plenty of leaves that have already started gathering on the surface of the pond. The leaves are now falling in earnest. You know, it's funny, I always wondered if there was a town someplace called Ernest, and that's where the leaves start falling. Snows there a lot too. Anyway, let's see if we can spot a fish. This guy's not too active right now, but you can see him down there. One of the things that people wonder about, I don't know what people, but some people wonder about sometimes is if dogs get along with fish. Actually, our dogs get along just fine. Apple, come up here. Come up here. Come on, it's okay. She has a healthy respect for the pond, which is a good thing. You see the little fishies? See the fishies? You don't do anything to them, do you? The only one that I see kind of looking at them longingly is Bella. Bella, what are you looking at? Do you see fish? Where's the fish? Well, she is wagging her tail. I don't know if that's a gesture of friendship or maybe hunger. What? What do you see? Ooh, it's a fish. But I've never seen her, you know, like take a dive into the pond to try to catch dinner. So I think we'll be okay. So let me get started cleaning this up and we'll show you. Oh, and by the way, when I finish winterizing it, one of the things I do that's very important is to put what we call hardware cloth. It's a heavy-duty galvanized screening, and I put that over the top so that any leaves that fall from here on in will not go into the water, because whatever goes in the water, I'm going to have to filter out next year, and it's going to be a mess. So we'll see what we can do. Well, we're making pretty good progress here. Sherlock has gotten a little curious about what's in the pond. All those vines are gone. I can now see the rock. You know, and for those of you who are fans of vinca or ivy, don't worry about it. They'll be back again next spring. They'll be growing vigorously by April or May, and I think by June it will be just divine. And while the dogs chase squirrels, I can show you that the The skim filter has been taken apart and unplugged. That's ready to come in. There's my UV filter. And there's some fish. And there, of course, are the dogs making noise. And, of course, looking out for the fish, besides our regular dogs, we have the statue here. We believe it's an ancient Etruscan artifact dating back to approximately the 12th century. Either that or maybe it's a little statue that wasn't supposed to be put outside. Well, we're almost done. Sherlock has been a great help, haven't you? Yes. All I have to do is skim the rest of the leaves off the top of the pond, put my de-icer in, put the hardware cloth on top, and then I'm not really done. You know why? Because all the things that were in the pond that I took out, that the dogs are now sniffing, all have to be thoroughly washed, allowed to dry, and stored for the winter. Apple. But Apple is ready. So, do dogs like fish? Well, if you take a look at Sherlock, I think he does. What I don't like is that he's starting to walk out on that hardware cloth, which I'm not sure is going to support his weight. He may get a premature bath. Sherlock! So I think I'd better go over there and get him a little away from the pond.